Fox Sports tennis expert Wally Masur joins me now. Wally, will Hewitt's lack of match play in the last 12 months hurt him tonight?
I don't think so. He's 35, or he's turning 35 very shortly, but let's not forget David Ferrer is also 32, so maybe just a little bit past his best. I'm going to give Leighton a chance based on what I saw the other night against Duckworth. He served well, he moved well, he hit his forehand well. We know he's tenacious, and I agree with the comments there made by John and Pat and the crew. I think Leighton is going to create a scenario in his head. He's got visions of making a run in this tournament. He doesn't see himself going out tonight. So I think he's going to be very, very competitive, and I don't think there'll be too much between these two.
How important is his serve to making sure he wins quick points?
Well, I think the thing, he just doesn't... 3 points would be nice, but a high first serve percentage is good. He wants to get that first good strike in. Ferrer's a tremendous road runner from the back of the court, so Leighton needs to control his share of the points, and obviously the first serve is a nice way to do that.
Bernard Tomic also in action on what is a star-studded night for Australia. It is a match that he should win.
Yeah, he takes on Simona Bolelli, and I think on form and on ranking, Bernie should win. And I think he will. They play at MC, Margaret Court Arena, that's right. So, pretty nice court. There'll be not too many variables. I don't think Bernie would enjoy necessarily playing this match in the heat of the day, but I think he'll be too strong tonight.
On to Nick Kyrgios now. He's set up a meeting with number 6 seed Thomas Berdych. He has been dominant so far. Does he have the maturity to go past Berdych?
I think he does, but he's been dominant because he's just been a much more powerful player than his previous two opponents. That changes when he plays Berdych, because of course Berdych is he's a physical beast, and this guy trains hard. So Nick, whilst he could control the court against his previous two opponents, he's going to have to do his share of defending. And I guess it's sort of a willingness to defend and having some imagination, and just turning a few of those defensive points back in your favour is going to be key against Thomas Berdych. But I think Nick can win. I really do, and it's going to tell us a lot about him, I think, this match.
Absolutely. It will be so interesting to see what happens. And it seems as if drama is following him at the moment. What did you make of all the hoopla surrounding his shorts?
Well, what, were they too big or too small? They weren't right, were they? They just weren't right. But the good thing with Nick is he's very good at letting people know what's not right. So he had to take a little break. His emotions are right there, aren't they? They're right at the tip of his tongue. Everybody's got a fair idea of what's going on, but he's played on high sense 2 nights in a row. I suggest his next match is going to be at Rod Laver Arena, packed houses. He's almost the probably the fourth or fifth biggest draw card in the world in terms of selling tickets. And here in Australia, he's right there at the top.
OK, on to the Australian women's side of things now, and Daria Gavrilova, in beating Petra Kvitova, who of course is a 2-time Wimbledon champ. Straight sets, she's 21. How far can she go, not specifically here in Melbourne, but in her tennis career in general?
Well, she's not a big girl, and she's very tenacious. So her game is sort of set in stone. It's not like she's a big player with lots of power that's got to try to harness that power over the years. She's a road runner. She fights, doesn't bat an eyelid when she's down. She just tries harder. Very, very mobile. And she's got a good sense when she's at end range just how to make her opponent play one more ball. And against Kvitova, that's awfully important. She drew the error just with foot speed around the court. But yeah, I love her attitude. 21 years of age, got a very bright future and positive. I was actually watching that match with Alicia Molik. Of course, Daria's going to play a big part in Australia's Fed Cup team going forward, so good signs.
Not so good news for Australia was Sam Groth today, absolutely steamrolled by Andy Murray. What can he learn from losing to one of the world's best players?
It's just a difficult one because obviously Sam's got this tremendous serve, but Murray is arguably the best returner in the game, maybe number 2 behind Djokovic. But once the ball is in play and these sort of rallies are taking place, Andy's just too tough. So this was a tough assignment for Sam Groth. But look, he's just got to keep moving forward the way that he has in 2015. Sam's big thing was excessive thinking, getting 2 down if he lost and maybe getting a little too excited when he won. He seems to have calmed that. He's very mature. He's on the right path. So he's just got to stick to his guns. He won't be facing Murray every week.
2 of the top chances in the women's side of the draw, Victoria Azarenka and Garbiñe Muguruza, they both continued their charge today. Could either of these girls go on and win the entire tournament?
Yes. I was talking to a few girls behind the scenes. I just wanted to get a clue of who liked who, and a lot of players said Muguruza because she didn't play the IPTL. She actually prepared. See, a lot of players these days aren't doing long pre-seasons. You saw all the withdrawals at the start of the season. A lot of players took the cash in the IPTL and didn't give themselves time for potential little surgeries that might have needed to be had to clean up little injuries, and they didn't take the time out to do the physical block. Muguruza did. So she's come to the Australian Open fully prepared, and Azarenka too has had a really good pre-season based on the fact that she wants to get back to where she was, and she's had this sort of ongoing problem with injury, but they're telling me that these two can go all the way.
Wally, hopefully when we talk tomorrow, we're talking about a magnificent win for Leighton Hewitt and that his career lives on. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, let's hope so. Thanks, Sarah.